Hello guys, Yop here, and today it is a earth tanking video. Now earth tanking I do enjoy a lot because of the mechanics, and it's different. You know, it's a really nice power for tanking, and it's probably my favourite, to be fair. So let's start off with the power trees over here. We're going to geokinesis, the top. Simple enough. Go straight down till you get the brick, because as you can see, summon a brick golem to attack your enemies. It will taunt them if your health falls below 40%, which is perfect. It's so useful. Anyway, on the left you're going to be able to get aggro, so here's epicenter, and you're going to need a shield, so there's gemstone shield over there. So grab them. Then go into iconics, and you're going to have a lot of points left, 5. So you want to get another shield, hardlight shield. Admittedly not the best shield in the game, but nevertheless, it's a shield. So then we're going to go over to nanoweave armor, power resistance, and then these two buggers. And then the loadout tank, I'll use earthen grip, epicenter, brick, gemstone, hard light, and damage shift, which is very, very awesome. So I will show you the rotation and how to tank now. Just before I show you the rotation and how to tank, if you come into one of the trees and you see what in your tank roll over here, whilst you're in tank roll, your dominance is increased by 100%. When every time you use a superpower, it will increase your defense and your toughness by 1 per every point of dominance you have. So whack that dominance as high as you can, because it's gonna affect your defense. Okay, and also, when every time you use a superpower, you will gain 25% damage absorption, which is what earth tanking is all about. Okay, guys, so here's the rotation. Now, to be a tank, what you're going to want to do is get aggro, because your role as a tank in PvE is to make sure that stuff doesn't attack all the DPS healers and controllers. And in order to do that, you need aggro. You might want to know how to get aggro. Well, to get aggro, I'll show you now. If you look above the sparring target's head, see a yellow 145 there when I used my power number 1. Now that means that that enemy will now attack me, because I have attacked that with a might based power, which all of these are. I'll show you number 2, yellow number, and those are both the attacks I've got in my loadout. So that means this sparring target will now attack me if it were an enemy. But you don't want to target one thing, you need to attack multiple. So we all know earthen grip is a bit buggy, that's why it threw it over there and not towards me. But nevertheless, it's a... wait for him to come here. Okay, now we've got him. Okay, so obviously, if it weren't a sparring target, it would stay here and it would attack me along with this guy, because I did a yellow number on both of them. So you'll stand here blocking, but blocking is not enough as an earth tank, because although you get damage absorption, 25%, you're still going to be hit very, very hard. So of course, put your shields up. There's a shield. Get these guys over here. Bam, they'll be attacking me. I've got a shield up, so they'll have to pierce through that before they get to me. And then all the DPS will kill them. Now before you do anything as an earth tank, you must have your brick up. A brick is the most essential part of earth tanking, because it does aggro stuff for you. And as I said earlier, if you fall below 40% health, it will taunt them. And if you look in my power trait, number 6 there, that is damage shift. What that does is it sends a portion of your damage that you have incoming to your brick. I don't know where he's going, but if I use that, you kind of look up in the sky, throw your hands back, and now some of the damage that these sparring targets will be doing to me is going to my brick. So now you know to get aggro. and you put a shield up. Let's talk about the other shield, because obviously hard light is easy to activate. Boom. Whereas if I press number 4, you can see there's one cone going around me. One orange cone. Well, that's not going to do much. That only gives a tiny bit of damage absorption. It doesn't actually give me a full shield, so I still take damage when I've got that up. But what you need to do is, another earth mechanic is aftershocking. And all you have to do to aftershock, it's dead easy. Just press the power and keep tapping your attack button. So look, if I keep attacking it, there. I was just tapping left click for melee. And now I've got 4 cones, which you can see disappearing shortly. That gives me a full shield. Okay, and that full shield will prevent all damage for the duration you just saw, or until obviously it's destroyed by one of the enemies. I prefer not to use both shields at the same time, just because it's nice to have a shield on all the time. But when you want to do a damage shift, number 6 is keep it on all of the time. Okay, you don't wait for a big hit, because it lasts for as long as the cooldown is off. So if I look under current effects right now, damage shift gives me 10% control resistance and an extra 25% damage absorption. And if you remember, I showed you a minute ago, using a superpower gives the tank 25% damage absorption. But hold on, I've got another 25% from using damage shift. So yeah, you're taking 50% damage absorption permanently with earth tanking. And if you've got high dominance, like I said, your dominance affects your defense. So if we look, 9,805, 11,805. Okay, so when I use that superpower there, my defense shot up by 2,000, which is pretty good. Anyway, you've seen the rotation. So now you've got aggro. All you need to do is you need to keep all the enemies close to you. So say there's a randomer over there, grab him. There's a randomer here. Bam, tank these 3 guys in the middle. Oh, put a shield up. Damage shift. And keep them busy. Keep all the enemies you can see close to you and with aggro on you. Okay. Now I'll move on to all my mods, etc. What I've got on my bow, I've got the absorption adapter. You won't be attacking much anyway. You can throw in a cheeky attack just before you put a shield up. So say you're blocking. See, I did a swift attack. I gave him a swift slap to the face before I put that shield up there. So like that, and that gives you an extra chance of getting a bonus shield, pretty much. Oh, that's bright. On my head, I've just got dominance. I haven't made the new mods yet, the tier 6 mods, because we're going to get some new gear before you know it, and they're going to be worthless and a waste of exos. So I'll wait for a while before I mod all my stuff, but I'll just put synthetics for now. I'm sorry. For my neck mod, I've got the most obvious one. Your block adds... Oops, I got rid of it. There it is. Your block adds 7,400 defense, which if you look how much defense I've got just under 10,000, so adding an extra 7,000 is nearly doubling my stats. Okay, which is pretty cool. My back mod, of course, dominance, gain an extra 700 defense and toughness for 4 seconds after doing a breakout ability. Awesome. So you take less damage. Once again, I've got a dominance mod, just because. This one is gain an additional 10% bonus to healing received, which you need. So that means you'll get healed a lot quicker, pretty much. I got synthetic resto in this mod, and I'll tell you why. Dominance, ignore that. This is my DPS ring, okay? But it's the ring of omnipotence, so I use it for tanking. Live with it. My feet, I do not have a feet socket because I'm stupid. I will go grab that in a second. But dominance, 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 dominance. Hands, heal yourself when using a normal shielding superpower. Dominance. Da, da, da. So that healing shield thing is, say if I've took a bit of damage and I use number 5 here, I usually regen about 1,000 health just for using a shield. Say if I use that, the cone shield, gemstone, I will regen health, about 1,000 health, and that is affected by your restoration. So say you're in the new alert. I'm just running to go to my base, by the way, ignore me. Say if you're doing the new alert, you can quite easily tank it without a healer, because you can regen. How much health do I have? Health. I have 10,000 health, so I can restore 2,000 of that each time I use a shield. And by the time I've took 1,000 damage, because of my such high defense, my shield's usually off cooldown, so I just pop another shield and it's all good. So let's go look at feet mod. Feet. Okay. Now this is probably why I haven't bothered to actually put it in, because it's terrible. Deadly block. You don't put explosive block on, Jesus, because everything attacking you will just end up all over the place. You know what I mean? It'll end up all over the place. Oh, I did not mean to poke that. But yeah, all my mammoths have got balloons, but that's irrelevant to the video. I got a spawn target here, so it's cool. Anyway, let's have a look at what I have of my trinkets. Because Earth does not have a get-up ability, so if I get knocked over on my back, I'm in big trouble at the moment. So what I've got is personal dampening field, 5 experts, which make you absorb 100% of your damage for 6 seconds. So if you fall on your back, you can just absorb all the damage that they are doing to you. So long as you don't get completely nuked, that is. I have a sidekick, a tier 4 sidekick. I use this because it can restore health and power to you. Once again, I mainly use it for tanking the new alert without a healer, if we ever do that. Got some soda cola next, because it restores 4,000 health, which is a hell of a lot. And supply drop, well, once again, because of the new alert, really. I can run off to a side, drop that down, then run off to tank enemies if they're low on health or something, while all the people I'm playing with can run through it to get some extra stats. That's what I've got there. And what I usually have also in this last slot is, believe it or not, the clown nose. You might want to know, why do you use the clown nose? Well, it's because look how big it makes me, right? Being a tiny little bird butterfly goat bull thingy, I don't know what I am. It's a problem when you're tanking in Paradox. Say you've got the Oppressor or Ravager, and what can we use? You've got this big pillar here, which is one of the 4 pillars in the room, and you're tanking him. Say like he's here, right? And you're tanking him here, and all of your your DPSs are stood here. Usually when he runs, I'm like pointing at the screen in my hand, he'll try and run between you and the pillar, and he can't do it because he wants to run over here where all your DPSs are, but you're stood in the way here. So you know, he stood there, your guys are stood over there, and you're tanking him next to a pillar. So if you see where Brick is, the Ravager will be trying to push through that tiny gap, and he can't because you're stood in the way. But he can, because I'm too small. What he does is he glitches out, and he sometimes launches himself amusingly high into the air and lands over the other side of the pillar. So to stop that, you need to get a bigger build, and Clown Sanity is the biggest build you can get via Trinket. So if you do this, he won't be able to push past you because you're massive. If you don't have Clown Sanity, you get it from the vault, by the way. So do the vault every single day. right over here. If you don't have him, you can use Manhunter. Also, it doesn't really matter. Manhunter is also a pretty big guy. He can tank it. You know what I mean? And you can use these trinkets in PvE. So it's all good and it will work. That's pretty much all I have to say, apart from let me show you my stats. Health, 10k. Power, don't worry about power. Defense is essential. Spend all your skill points on defense. Don't worry about weapon mastery for tanking. I'll show you them trees in a sec. Might, don't bother with it. Resto is pretty cool. Over there, where is it? Increase all your healing abilities and the potency of certain defense abilities. So yes, it makes your shields and stuff better and stuff. Vit, don't bother. Precision, don't bother. Toughness, don't bother. Unless you're in PvP. This is PvE we're talking about, defense. Dominance, bother a lot. Get as much as you can. I have 2000 because I've just put Dominance Expert in every single friggin' slot. 2000 is probably okay. You know what I mean? But sometimes if I get hit big, by the time I put my shield up, this big boy, by the time the animation's finished, it's destroyed, which is quite annoying actually sometimes. Anyway, while that shield goes off, I'll show you my skill points. I'll just quickly go into bow, so you can see I've got the weapon mastery. You know, just because I can with 143 skill points, and you can see what I've spent it on. Boom, defense. Boom, health. Boom, resto, and health dominance. That's what you need to spend it on in every single tree, guys. Don't forget to spend your 20 skill points, of course. Let me find one I've spent it in. Here we go. So I've got defense, health, dominance, so I can buy this one. Okay, so buy all these, equals 20. Pachoo, get that one down there. Awesome sauce. Number 4 gemstone shield has such a long animation time on it. I usually use it to clip other moves. So say if I want to get my sidekick out, you know how long the animation is on getting the sidekick out, right? It takes ages. So you can clip it with that shield. See, I just activated my sidekick, my hard light shield, and blocked instantly after. So gemstone shield is really nice to clip stuff with. Excuse me, I'm in the corner. Just let that refresh again. I'll show you another way you could clip stuff. Say you're running out of aggro time and there's more mobs about. What do? Boom! Epicenter, number 4, and block, because it happens pretty quick. So that's it for this video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it, and hope you will subscribe to me, because I will do some more videos like this in the future. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you thought it was a good video, and leave your comments, tips and whatnot in the comment section below. But apart from that, guys, I will see you in the next one. See you later.